with albums like Revolutionary 1, 2, The Martyr, which, by the way, why did you release that for free as opposed to having another one on the shelf as an album?
Well, there was some samples that were not clearable, but most of the point was that these were songs that were very old. They were like maybe 3, 4 years old. The only thing that's comparable is maybe 1 or 2 songs for the middle passage that I've been really holding on to. But they were technically from the era between Volume 2 and between the Third World. And then there was maybe like 4 or 5 of them that were just stuff that I had written on my own or had never really been finished. So
who inspires a guy like you to do what you do, how you do?
You'd be surprised. It could be the smallest little things. You know what I mean? It could be from, you know, an argument with somebody I love to being in Haiti and seeing them tents and being like, I can't believe that, you know, 5 families got to live in that, and niggas is complaining about being in the projects. You got 4,000 people lined up here for water. They lined up here to fill up this full of water. You know what I mean?
Right.
That is just heartbreaking, but it also motivates you to say something, to create a difference between you and the people that are as apathetic in this world to just walk by an individual like that.
Absolutely, I feel what you're saying. I looked on YouTube. I'm constantly searching for interviews related to hip hop that I like, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes I get disappointed and sometimes I get excited, but that's what inspires me to talk to people like yourself. But I also get excited when I see interviews from the late Tim Russert or Charlie Rose. Even Oprah has this sort of way of breaking down a wall and getting into the story behind the story. There's got to be somebody out there, whether it be an artist or a political person or a revolutionary leader, who inspires you to rap the way that you do and to perform your craft in the way that you do. Who is that one person that comes to mind? I'm very interested in hearing about that.
You have to understand, for me, I've always understood that revolutionary people are imperfect, right? They lead a wonderful movement, and sometimes that movement's successful. But dedicating so much time to that movement doesn't leave a lot of time for family, for children, you know? So I like to be a responsible father, an honest husband, and I'd like to be somebody that is an example for people to show them that we can truly be human beings, because we're a country that loves violence. So when I say that I'm inspired, I'm definitely inspired by people that I love, that are close to me. And I can say that honestly with no question in my heart, more than I'm inspired by, you know, a bunch of old legends. We've had so many different revolutions in the world to look at and to be inspired by. So it really depends on the individual what they feel committed to. I mean, we're in Virginia right now. We had a revolution in America. It failed. It was called a Civil War. And a lot of people put a lot of chips in that. They dedicated a lot of stuff. Some people still feel connected to that culture. They still feel like, wow, you know, even though that was a slaveocracy, you know, we're not necessarily a slaveocracy, but you know, we're proud of this, we fly this color, whereas nobody else would tolerate that. And I think that's only because you have a gigantic subsection of white working class Americans that are willing to toe that line. Because if it was, you know, a bunch of Democratic black people, they've been scared and they've had the Democratic Party use that sister soldier attitude. For those of you who don't know, look up the Clinton years. That's the sister soldier moment, when he used to alienate the radicalized part of the left base. What they do is they'll radicalize their own people, but then make it seem like we're savages for waving, you know, a Black Panther banner. The Black Panthers didn't enslave nobody. They ain't crucify nobody.
Right.
They damn sure ain't hang no burning cross. The problem that I have with people that are, you know, pseudo-intellectual to the point where they make discussion difficult to take seriously is that they've not done the research around the topic to the point where when they find something that doesn't fit their personal narrative, they just don't want to deal with it and they want to take it out of it, you know? They want to forget that. And I think that in terms of revolution, in terms of music, in terms of power, all of these things are idolized, and therefore there's an air of mythology around them that never turns out to really be what it is. You know what I mean? I think that everybody has their vice and everyone has their price. I'll put it this way, even I have a price. The difference is that my price is not money. And that's where people have gotten it twisted with me, you know? There's something out there you could probably offer me to make me change my mind, but it ain't paper, you know? I guess for me, you gotta pay for things in blood. And by that, I don't mean you gotta kill someone, but I mean, it's gotta be done with your hands. You gotta, you know what I mean? It's got to be like a favor. You gotta do something real, something that goes beyond music or something. Oh, baby.
I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. I'm gonna.
Thinking about your child's future?
So has anybody actually started saving for college yet?
Oh, not me.
Oh, no, we actually started.
You have?
Really?
Sure. We figure you start saving a little now, or you'll borrow a lot later on.
Yeah, but how did you even know where to start?
Oh, I found out about the Gerber Life College Plan.
Call now to receive a free brochure about the Gerber Life College Plan. It's easy.
It's pretty much worry-free.
Well, how could it be worry-free? What if something happens with the stock market?
No matter what happens, we get guaranteed safe growth.
So when she's ready for college, the money will be there.
And it doesn't take a lot of money to get started.
For as little as $10 a week, you can start saving for college and get guaranteed growth. Just call now.
Oh, it's a life insurance policy too.
Oh, that's different.
And if she decides not to go to college, there's no penalty, so she can use the money for anything.
We've got to get started.
Yes, we do, because you're going to college.
Call 1-800-671-7220 for your free informational brochure or go to GerberCollegePlan.com now.
Stop struggling with heavy hoses that are kinked and deliver little or no water. Introducing the incredible flexible hose. Turn the water on and it expands up to 3 times its original length, so you can easily guide it anywhere you need without tangling. When you turn the water off, as it drains, the hose retracts back to its original shape. Standard rubber hoses can weigh between 8 and 12 pounds, but a 25-foot flexible hose weighs less than a pound, so washing your windows or spraying off your gutters has never been easier. The flexible hose is made of a tough double-wall construction that is designed to bend and stretch but never kink. Call or visit FlexibleHose.com to order the incredible flexible hose for only $19.95. Call right now and we will include a 7-way adjustable spray nozzle free. But wait, order today and we'll give you a second flexible hose system free. Just pay separate processing and handling. That's 2 flexible hoses and 2 7-way adjustable spray nozzles, a $40 value, all for only $19.95.